It's doing, lad.
Sorry. 2 seconds.
I don't care about your problems. We're recording.
So, okay. God.
Es tiempo.
Oh, sorry. Just, God, my girlfriend keeps wanting it. She keeps asking me to make it 9 inches. I said, listen, I'm not folding it in half for anybody.
Do you know how many times he's used that? I reckon maybe 80 times he's asked. He's like,
I once got 400 likes on Facebook for it. True story.
That was the highlight.
True story.
That was the highlight of his life. He's like, oh, I got 400 likes. I'll just use this joke all the time. So you know Final Fantasy 15. Have you heard of that game, Sam?
No. Tell me about Final Fantasy 15.
Sam's never played a Final Fantasy before, so he wouldn't know.
Yeah, of course.
Final Fantasy is a popular role-playing game from company Squaresoft. That's true. Actually, as kids, we used to play Final Fantasy. This is one of the very few games that Sam actually played proper as we were growing up.
I played every game.
So anyway, Final Fantasy really fell out of favor, I guess you could say, during like the post-Final Fantasy X era. Final Fantasy 11 was an MMO. It found a niche, but whatever. Final Fantasy 12, no one really loved.
I did read some pretty impressive reviews about Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah, and they've actually just re-released it, sort of. And
like maybe it's something that I could totally give a go. Actually,
I would like to revisit it at some point because people do say it is much better now since the re-release. Final Fantasy 13, everyone kind of disliked because it was very linear, like going down corridors, and then they released like 8 of them with lightning. It was
because you literally, you walked forward the whole time. Yeah. There was nothing.
There was no exploration.
It was very bad. And the worst one they've ever brought out, though, is X2. My God.
X2.
That was shocking.
X2 was this, was a spin-off just using all the female characters.
Nothing to do about the female, nothing like that.
When you can hear the person on the other end who's saying these things directly to you, and they're saying them directly to you, that's a whole other level of harassment.
Sexist!
Crap game. Click now.
That's right.
Clickbait.
Totally sexist.
Layman sexist.
That's right. Sexist.
No, but
sexist Sam strikes again.
It just sucked. It was terrible.
Actually, it wasn't that bad, and it's actually much loved by a certain section of the fan base. I won't say which section.
I was going to say.
All right.
Did you just assume my gender?
That's a whole other level.
So anyway, there was Final Fantasy 14, which was an online game, which sucked at first, and now is actually the number 2 MMO in the world.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, like excluding China and stuff, because they have all these other MMOs that are gigantic.
And you played it for a little bit, didn't you?
I played only the opening areas, and I liked it, but I was like, I don't know.
Did he play it for 20 hours? He understands it all.
That's right, I get it.
It's like when I play Destiny 1, 20 hours, more than enough.
So then there was Final Fantasy 15, a game that was in development hell for 10 years maybe?
Was it that long?
I was not quite
that
long,
but
it was it was at least 7 or 8
years. That means that they're making Final Fantasy 15 while they're making other games.
Because it was originally meant to be a spin-off it was meant to be a spin-off of a previous Final Fantasy, and then they made it into, okay, we're actually just going to make it Final Fantasy 15. I forget what it was called. But regardless, they're now about to release it on PC. One of the things that comes with that is mods. Now, imagine.
Yes, I did see an article on this.
This
is very cheeky.
When you get Final Fantasy characters and you allow a modding community to have at them, what do you expect you will get, Sam?
People wanting to run around as Cloud and Sephiroth, of course.
That's right.
No one wants to walk around in their underwear.
Bigger swords, you know.
Well, there's going to be some big swords.
There will be some
I don't know what kind of sword we're talking about. The pork sword. I don't know.
The developers are a bit worried now because when you have Final Fantasy characters out there and you have a modding community able to do whatever they like. No, they did because of the headline. At first, the developers are like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Let everyone make whatever mods they want. Because obviously everyone's just going to make fucking erotic Final Fantasy /fiction mods. 100% is just going to be like boobs jiggling, running around.
100%.
But that one character who's the mechanic chick with the blonde hair,
the one that walks through the car.
She's just not going to have a shirt on, right?
Yeah.
The game will just be her walking around, no shirt.
I saw them say originally, maybe they've changed the tune, was they said something like, we're going to leave it up to the modding community to dictate what happens.
And the
that's pretty much them saying, it's going to be nudes, we know it. If it means our game sells, whatever.
It's true.
That's exactly what it means.
And the 14-year-old, Red Chen. There should be Red Chen.
Red Chen! Why haven't they done Red Chen?
There probably is Red Chen as well, by the way. So anyway, that is coming, and now the developers are actually walking it back. Because they're like, actually, I think we probably need to put a bit of a limit on this. Because if it gets out of hand, we might need to step in.
What is getting out of hand though? Because modding, in my opinion, is, although some of us might think it's a bit creepy or whatever, it's just allowing free expression. In my personal opinion, if it's closed, private, servers that you need a password or something.
But it's not closed private servers. It's just like you download a mod for the game, install, and off you go.
Are other people getting hit by what you've put in? No.
Well, no, you have to choose to do it.
That's what I mean.
But if little Johnny gets a game from his mummy and daddy, and he's 14 or 13 or whatever,
that's
and he figures out how to mod it.
That's no different from him waiting till mummy and daddy aren't home, and then he goes on Red Chan,
Red Chan,
Red Chan,
the new thing,
and looks up a little bit of something.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, parents will be like, "Oh, I know that's bad. I'm gonna stop. That's no good." But with a video game, a parent could get confused, and they'll be like, oh, "This game, that woman's not wearing a shirt."
Won't somebody please think of the children?
And they'll call their senator, and they'll be like, "My son Jimmy, I bought him this game, and it has boobs in it." And then the senator's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna have any of this.
Yeah, that's disgusting."
That's right.
And he's like, "Where do I purchase this game?"
That's right. But anyway, that is the deal with Final Fantasy. It's coming out on PC. It's going to have nude mods. YouTube will ban all the videos. No, it won't. The YouTube videos will be there, but they won't be getting any money. They'll all be demonetized. No one will be able to stream this shit on Twitch.
I don't actually think that could be easily interpreted as pornography, and YouTube will just see you later.
That's true. And also, I think Square Enix will probably swoop in and DMAC that stuff, take it down. They would definitely intervene on that front, but don't use our IP that way on YouTube.
I still think that if mod people want to do that stuff, that's cool. But the moment you want to start publicly putting it out there, different story, because then you're representing that brand, and that's not right. But what you said before about little Timmy buying it and putting in a mod, I mean, I think that's such a small percentage.
So basically, Sam's logic here is, please don't take away my nude mods. It's what I really want.
I need them.
He's been waiting to play Final Fantasy.
I need them
just for this moment.
So I can go on 4chan.
So he'll give you on Red Chan.
And Red Chan.
Red Chan. You heard it here first. If anyone comes out with that idea, we're going to sue you.
We're going to Matt Hoss you. Okay, that is our idea.
Right here, the Laymen Gaming.
See you guys.
See you guys.